Folks, before we get into today's video, I wanted to tell you that our new channel is up and running. There's going to be a link below the video. It's a shooting channel. We have a ton of fun there. We do skits. It's just a good old fun American channel, and we have a blast there. It's with me and a couple of buddies. Go make sure you're subscribed. We're coming out with a lot of great content, and we'll see you over there. Honestly curious to see what y'all think about the Erica Kirk situation. I'm curious to see what y'all think about the way she's acted over the past, I don't know, couple months. Is it something out of like a fairy tale? Is it something out of a horror movie? Where or what is it? And now we find out that Erica Kirk is tied to the Epstein files.
Live, publicly visible Zillow, Realtor.com, and other profiles under her previous name, Erica Francivi. The Zillow profile lists her as working for Corcoran Group, the firm founded by Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran. And the bio is unusual. It states she lived and worked in China in the entertainment industry, not traveled, worked. It also says she founded and runs a 501c3 nonprofit operating for over a decade, with a long-standing partnership with the United States Marine Corps, and that the organization expanded into China and Costa Rica while operating in the U.S. and Romania. Read that again. Sheena Homonia, U.S. Marine Corps Partnership, international nonprofit operations, an old identity tied to China-based work and military partnerships, an international operation.
How is some like reality TV star this connected with stuff? Guys, it's just a big group and we aren't in it. And look, folks, I wouldn't be in it even if they offered me, because the only group I want to be in is the one with Jesus Christ. That's it. I have no interest in these groups with a bunch of money where they eat caviar and go on yachts and smoke $1,000 cigars and all this stuff. No. Miss me with all that bullshit. Because you know what that is? It's short happiness. It's short. You may look happy on social media, but when you go home and it's all over with, what do you have? Stack of cash? Good for you.
To have a real estate license for his dirty work? Using her by having her work for this Corcoran real estate group? Is this why she was in New York before Charlie? We know about her family tree linking to the Rothschilds and mysterious family lineage and history. Just doesn't seem like a coincidence to me. Just like, for an example, Britney Spears. Was Erica given a handler after Jeffrey Epstein was off to check out the parallels I found in the Epstein files and tell me your thoughts? This is the same Lori and the same Erica with different last names. This is the same exact time to be around the time of Erica's real estate career. Buckle up, because this shit is wild.
Jesus. Here's something interesting. Here she is interviewing for a fashion brand linked to Epstein.
The timing in my life is perfect for this opportunity. I'm at a great point, just career-wise, to be able to take on this type of endeavor. And I feel like I have something very unique to offer this whole experience in general. Like I said, I'm very coachable, I'm very trainable. And I'm the type of person that I don't need all the time in the world to get ready. If you say you got to be on a plane in a half hour and you have to pack your stuff and go, I'm on it. I'm kind of like a gypsy. I don't mind living out of a suitcase. I'm used to it, and that's something that I'm okay with. So traveling, I love it. I'm all for it. I'm up for anything. I want to learn. I want to be able to use this opportunity and harness all the things that I can learn from it and be able to just inspire people. Like, how cool of a chance it is to be able to work with Diane and her brand. And that's why I want to use this opportunity to inspire, to be able to make a difference, and to work with Diane and a brand that does that.
You know what I would ask if I was interviewing her? Name 3 things besides your looks that you bring to the table. Silence. And then we got more.
Erica Kirk has deep connections to Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, and the State of Israel. the supposed grieving wife and mother, is going to be taking over Turning Point USA. So here's some facts about her that I think the public has a right to know and that nobody else is reporting on. Around 2009 to 2010, even though Erica had never modeled before or participated in a beauty pageant, she received an invitation in the mail to participate in the Miss USA beauty pageants, which were owned by Donald Trump. In 2012, she won the Miss Arizona competition, and at the same time, according to her website, she was also a casting director at the same time she was modeling for Trump. In 2006, she started a ministry when she was just 17 years old. This ministry was working with the U.S. military in Romania at the same time she claimed to be working as a casting director. The area in Romania where Erica was operating her ministry out of had a ton of locals accusing these evangelical ministries of kidnapping children and trafficking them out of the country. These children were being found in Israel, the UK, and undisclosed private islands. The locals demanded that the authorities look into this. And shocker, they never did. But her ministry was kicked out of Romania. In 2018, 2 years after Donald Trump started working with Charlie Kirk, Erica and Charlie were introduced to one another after one of their mutual friends suggested that Charlie should hire her to work for Turning Point. So at Erica's job interview with Charlie, Erica allegedly said, "You're not going to be my boss. You're going to be my boyfriend." So they began dating. I think it's safe to assume that this mutual friend was Donald.
Oh, the balls on her, man. I think I may go on like a fake job interview. And I'm going to make sure that it's a female hiring manager. And I'm going to try this. Okay. I'm going to go in there. I don't know, maybe a car dealership or something. Be like, hey, yeah, I'm here for the sales position. Oh my God. Wow. You are beautiful. You know what? Yeah, I'm not going to work for you. We're going to date. Okay. So you know what? Why don't you just give me your desk and just take 15? Come on, guys. Give me a break.
Donald Trump, because Erica was already one of his employees, so it would make sense for his team to encourage this. Beauty pageants are a well-known gateway for human trafficking. So with her being a casting director, her ministry working with the military in Romania and being asked to leave, along with her very strange behavior of capitalizing on the death of her husband, I think this should be of immense concern to us all. Random people do not get propped up by the mainstream media out of nowhere. That includes Charlie Kirk, whose father had deep connections to Donald Trump even before he started working with Charlie Kirk. All of these people that you see on TV run in the same circles, and anybody with ties to human trafficking should not be trusted. So comment below and let me know, did you know?
This is very true, folks. I've had a lot of people ask me, Dan, why don't you do more collaborations? Why don't you go to more events? Why don't you go to Turning Point events? Why don't you go to all these big events where all these people are at? Because I don't fucking trust any of them. Because it's all fake. I have stayed the way I've been for the past 5 years and not gotten into these groups. And trust me, I've gotten invites because I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a Turning Point guy. I don't want to put myself in a position where I have to shut my mouth because the organization or the committee or whatever the fuck I'm a part of is going to slap my hand. Nope, never will, never done it. In fact, when I was rodeoing, there was an organization, I'm not going to name it, that tried to do that to me because I joined it. And you know what I did? I left. It's just not American, and it's not the way humans are supposed to be. Dan Bongina, said something on a show the other day. He said, if you don't like what I'm saying, it's your First Amendment right to disagree. Shut the fuck up, man. It's a God-given right. The First Amendment just secures it for America. It means the right cannot be taken away by the government. But the government didn't give it to us. It's the same with the Second Amendment. It's the same with the Fourth Amendment. You think you're in charge of literally what comes out of my mouth? It's just funny. And that's why I want no part of these big groups. I'll have my small groups with good dudes that I know I can trust. And I've heard all the pitches. Oh, Dan, you got to get into this group. Look at the amount of money you'll make if you're in this group and you're with these people. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Because the moment you disagree with something that they say, you're out or you're ostracized or they get you in a position to where you're vulnerable and then you're screwed anyways. So no thanks, man. I bow to no man. I'm not impressed by anyone because I got a certain amount of people looking at them or because I got a certain amount of money. I guess I'm just a rare breed in this industry. So apparently Mike Glover, and look, Mike Glover, I don't have any issues with the guy. He's been through a lot of legal stuff lately. His company is kind of falling apart, and I have talked to his past CEO. That didn't last very long. I think, I don't know the details and heard a lot about the situation. I'm not going to air him out, but I would say Mike Glover, you just kind of want to take everything that he says with a grain of salt. Now, if the stuff that he is about to say is true, he needs to go up in front of Congress, in front of the world, and tell them what he knows. But this may just be for shock value because he went on a podcast. I don't know. But if it's true, it confirms everything we've been thinking about with the Charlie Kirk case, and that it's been blocked by the FBI, and that it's just almost an inside job.
It's ass backwards. I think the entire thing stinks. I could say this. The day after, I talked to a high-level CIA official, very high, and he told me, I don't even know if I should say this.
I think you should absolutely say it.
He told me that the FBI is not cooperating with him, and he is trying to corroborate potential foreign influence and was getting blocked out of every opportunity to confirm or deny that. And it was written off as no foreign influence less than 48 hours in. And this guy has access to the President of the United States. And so for that to be said from the guy and asking me if I had anybody that I knew on the inside to be able to get information because he wasn't allowed to access it, I'm like, why are you calling me? Tells me everything that I need to know.
Well, so to me, here's where I don't understand that is that you have...
Like I said, I want everybody to take this with a grain of salt because Mike Glover is not a vetted, confirmed truth teller. That being said, I am inclined to believe him. I don't know if his body language is on point as far as a CIA guy that's super high up, just airing out all of his business. I'm pretty sure there are secrecy laws that the CIA can't share with people. Look, exceptions are made, hard to prove stuff. But I want y'all to listen to the next part. I kind of had the same question as Mike Ritlin here.
You know, Trump's handpicked guy running the FBI, right? And so if this guy has access to Trump also, isn't that at odds? Like, why would the FBI being, you know, headed by Trump's handpicked guy not be cooperating with somebody who also has access to Trump? Like, where is the conflict?
That's the first question I asked, and what I got was, God.
Ought to be fine. Says the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Says the guy on the other side of the fucking interview.
What I was told was the guy's already bought. And
which guy's already bought?
The FBI.
By somebody outside of the president?
Don't know who that is, but basically he's already been so heavily influenced by outsiders that it's a very good question that you would have a handpicked cabinet member from the DOJ, the head of the FBI, and then a handpicked cabinet member for an intelligence organization not being able to interoperate together. Why would you block them out? Well, one, if you were trying to compete with them and you wanted to be the person that was positioning your organization to be above the rest, like why would we need the CIA? Because the FBI runs the show. This is a domestic terrorist threat. But have you confirmed or denied that there's any foreign influence? Yeah, we did that. How?
So, folks, I think the most important part of this is he's saying they have somebody in the FBI bot. But it doesn't necessarily make that much sense. This high-up CIA official is calling you saying, hey, Mike, you're the guy I need to tell, and I'm not swearing you to secrecy or anything like that, but the FBI's bot. And look, I believe they are. I just don't know if I necessarily buy this story that he was told, because if the FBI director and the CIA director or someone super high up in the CIA both have access to the president, it's not like they have to go through a bunch of tunnels to talk to him about it. I just ring him up. Mr. President, your FBI director seems bought or is blocking our investigation or is blocking any leads into foreign influence into Charlie Kirk's murder. Okay, well, let's figure this out, guys. I don't know. It seems that simple to me, but then again, I mean, you know, with our government, everything is more complicated than it needs to be.